Hi everyone, and welcome to our very first monthly Crafty Readers. Since this is our very first month, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program and then we'll get into our craft. So, Crafty Readers is our very special program that gives you a craft that you can take home and do in your own time, or you can make yourself very comfortable at your local branch and do your craft there. Our crafts will always link back to a theme that might be an author, it might be an illustrator, or it might even be a topic like climate change or dinosaurs. The crafts will always be available on the first of every month, so head on down to your local branch as quickly as you possibly can because whilst they are free, we only have a limited supply, so they will be there until they sell out. When you come down to collect your craft, you will get an accompanying book list and recommendation sheet, which will have a little explainer of what the monthly theme is, as well as some book recommendations and a little bit of how to do the craft. So, with no further ado, let's get into the craft for this month. This month we are highlighting a very special duo team. Some of you might have read their books before. Laura and Philip Bunting. Sometimes they publish books together, sometimes they write on their own, but they are very, very good at highlighting Australia, and they particularly focus on wildlife, the environment, and how we fit into the world. Sometimes their books are non-fiction, like these ones, and they are really, really great for school projects, and sometimes they have the funniest picture books you will ever read. And now onto our craft. So, our very first craft is going to be a Koala Garland. So, you'll come into the library, you'll collect your kit, you will also need some scissors, a pen or a pin. I found that the pin was good for poking little holes at the top of all your little garland bits, and of course, some string to hang your garland on. So, the first thing that you are going to do is cut out all of your very, very, very many garland hangy bits. This might take a while, but that's a-okay. And once you have cut everything out, you're going to grab a little piece. You can grab your pin and pop the pin through. I found that it's a little bit better if you're popping it straight onto a soft surface. You might need an adult to help you with this bit. And then give the pin a little wiggle to make sure that the hole is big enough to thread your string through, just like this. And then you'll do that with all of your little cut out garland pieces. And once you have done all of that, you can pull some string out. And if you are adding any extra bits, now is also the time to get them all ready. You can measure how long you want your garland to be. I recommend putting it all out somewhere on a flat surface and then laying all of your pieces exactly where you want them so you know how long your piece of string will be. Once you've decided, I reckon it's about roughly this long. Snip. Move that out the way. And then on one end, you are going to tie a knot. Make sure that your knot is big enough that your little garland pieces won't slip off. You might need to tie a fair few so it's nice and big on the end, but that's okay. You can see it's getting bigger here. Might do one more. One more. So, now that I'm sure that nothing else is going to slip off this end, I'm going to find my other end and I'm going to start threading it all on. Now, I found that the best thing was if I spin the end of my thread so it's nice and pointy almost. And then that little bit, you just thread right through. And if you find that it's getting a little bit stuck, it's okay just to cut a little bit on the end off so that you can make it pointy again and it doesn't get too frayed on the end. And you're going to keep threading everything through. It's a tricky one. Sometimes you might need to come back to it. Sometimes you might need to make the hole a little bigger. And you'll keep doing all of that until everything is threaded on, just like it looks here. Then you'll tie a knot at the other end that you haven't tied a knot on yet, and that is your finished garland. That's all for our very first Crafty Readers. Come back on the 1st of every month for a different theme and a different craft. As always, make sure you send us some photos by email of your crafts. We love to see what personal spin you put on everything. Thanks. Bye.